If you are over 40 and you are wondering why your usual healthy habits just aren't cutting it anymore, I want you to know you're not crazy and you are not alone. Many of you might not know, but in my 20s, I really struggled with my weight. I didn't feel confident in my body. I fell for every fad under the sun trying to fix it. Detox, teas, juice fasts, punishing workouts, you name it, I fell for it. And while sometimes I got some quick results, I could never maintain them. I'd always end up back at square one. I was tired, I was frustrated, I was wondering what was wrong with me. And the fact is, there was nothing wrong with me. It wasn't my willpower, it wasn't my dedication, it was just the wrong strategy. So fast forward to my 40s, and I finally cracked the code. So today I want to share with you the 3 habits that completely transform my health, my energy, and my body without extreme diets or fads or living in the gym. So let's get straight into it. I want to start with habit number 1. And that is to prioritize protein. Now, let me tell you a little story. In my 20s and 30s, I thought carbs were the key to feeling full. My whole day was basically a beige buffet. It was toast or cereal for breakfast, sandwiches or rolls for lunch, pasta, rice, meals for dinner, muesli, fruit. It wasn't bad. It was just not helpful if I was trying to lose weight. Every time I dieted, instead of changing the way I ate, I just ate less of the same stuff. And of course, I was starving and I blamed my willpower, but it turns out I just had the wrong strategy. Everything really shifted in my late 30s when I learned about the power of protein. And once I started tracking, I realized just how little I was actually getting in my diet, even though I thought I was eating protein throughout the day. And when I upped it, I found that I felt fuller, more energized. I could finally start building the physique that I wanted, and protein was key. Now, if you've ever thought protein, or you've been avoiding protein because of the old school myths like protein makes you bulky, it's time to let that go. Protein helps you stay full, helps you lose fat, it preserves muscle and bone density, things that I talk about all the time, and it's especially important in perimenopause and beyond. And no, you don't need to become a bodybuilder, but you do need to eat like someone who values their strength. Which brings me to point number 2. So habit number 2 that changed from my 20s to my 40s massively is that strength trumps cardio. I used to be the cardio queen. Let me know if you can relate. I was into running, team sports, even triathlon, and also dabbled in what I like to call strength adjacent exercise. Things like pump classes, body combat, even Pilates. And while I loved moving my body, I didn't really know how to train for results. By my early 30s, I'd lost some weight. I was slim by then, but I still didn't love how I looked naked. I didn't have any shape, any definition. I wanted to see abs and I could never. There was no abs to be seen, that's for sure. And I didn't have great strength either. That really changed when I started to lift weights with purpose. So it wasn't just about going through the motions and sitting on a few machines at the gym and pushing them around. It was progressively overloading, lifting heavier, lifting challenging weights and training to get stronger. That's when my body really started changing and I started to see muscle definition. I felt strong and I felt way more confident at the beach. Now, don't get me wrong. Cardio isn't bad, despite what you may have read or heard on social media. I still include it and it's amazing for your health. I still love my team sports and getting my heart rate up. It's fantastic for your physical health, your mental health, your overall fitness. But if you're relying on cardio alone to change your body shape or burn fat, it's definitely not the most effective route. And for many of us over 40, it actually becomes harder to recover from. It spikes our hunger, leaves us feeling exhausted. And so if that's the only form of training you do or the main form of training that you are doing, you're not going to get the results that you want to see. Strength training really is the secret sauce. And if you're not doing it yet, it's never too late to start. Habit number 3 might be one that surprises you. Maybe you're expecting me to say, move your body more, or prioritize sleep, or manage your stress, or drink more water. Now, all of those things are definitely important, but the one thing that I found made the biggest difference to me from my 20s to my 40s was consistency over intensity. It's not about the perfect meal plan or the best workout split. It's the mindset shift from quick fix to the long game, playing the long game. In my 20s and 30s, as I said earlier, I fell for every fad. I was doing the juice cleansers, I was taking the detox teas, doing intense cardio, and I'd go hard for a few weeks and then I'd burn out and end up back at square one or in a worse position. So let me know if that sounds familiar. Here's what I know now. It's not about doing everything perfectly for 4 weeks or 6 weeks or 8 weeks. It's about doing the right things consistently for the long haul. The two things I just spoke about and the other habits that I've talked about numerous times in Fat Loss After 40. Once I stopped chasing hacks and started building habits, that's when I saw real change. And it took me about 12 to 18 months to see real transformation in my body. So it might surprise you, that was the length of time that took. This is going from still somewhat slim, but not really seeing any muscle definition, to creating the body shape that I wanted. 12 months, not 12 weeks, to build a body that I was proud of. The best part though was that once I cracked that code, I've been able to maintain it and keep improving it for the last 10 years. And it's really why I created the Goddess Project, because I want to be able to help women over 40 cut through the noise, stop wasting time and energy and money on things that don't work. So in the Goddess Project, you get a clear evidence-based strategy for what works in midlife, weekly support and guidance one-on-one from me, and the tools to stay consistent, not just for a few weeks, but for the long term. So if you are over 40 and you're sick of spinning your wheels and you're ready to feel strong and confident and control again, I would love to help you. Just drop me a DM with the word goddess or comment below with the word goddess. I'll send you all the details on how to join the next round of the Goddess Project. Hopefully that was helpful for everyone. Let me know your thoughts, comment below, and I will get back to you soon. Thanks, girls. Bye.